Yo, it's Webcam. I'm back. It's been a long time away from the channel. Uh, there's many different reasons for that. That's why this video exists. I'm going to be going through what I've been up to since my last public upload. I did upload two videos between this one and the one you can actually see, the football video. Uh, I took some time off from YouTube to re-strategize and soul search, figure out what I wanted to do with the channel. I knew that the way I was handling the channel in 2017 wasn't going to be something I could live by for the rest of my life. It was just too time consuming on my end. I ended up having to be responsible for all of the visuals at all times, and it was just time consuming. Like every second of the video, I had to come up with something, and I felt pressured to put something new, even if it didn't necessarily look good. So I'm trying to avoid doing that moving forward. You can see that it's different now with the webcam and everything. Uh, so I took a while off, not exactly a year, but getting close to that at this point. It took a long time that I spent researching small channels that have found success within a year of uploading, uh, and started taking notes on what they did well and why I believe they were able to get seen so easily and become popular. I had other responsibilities and work to do outside of the channel. This is a hobby, it's not a job, and I'm never looking to make it one. No matter how much money I make from YouTube or Twitch moving forward or Patreon, I'm not looking to make this a job. I want to be able to enjoy it. It's something I enjoy doing, so I want to keep it as a hobby. I just had some struggles for a little bit of time. Things are quieting down finally. I think I'm starting to figure out what I can do and when I can do it. I had an inefficient workflow in 2017. Uh, it took me too long to make a second of a video versus what I'm doing now. The visuals being produced as I'm talking, so it allows me more time. I'm not going to stop editing. I enjoy editing. I don't have to work keeping sure that I'm keyframing and uploading images into Adobe Premiere for every second of my video, and that should take a lot of the inefficiency in my workflow out. Hopefully, um, I'm not going to only be doing face cam videos. I want to be working on other types. I just have to figure out how I'm going to use the setup in this room, or I might have to postpone certain types of videos. I have an art pad, an XP pen art pad, because name brands, nah, not really affordable. I didn't want to get a Cintiq because they're they're expensive. The old model was more expensive than what I got. I had the exact same specs with less thrown in. Which is the reason I got the XP pen in the first place. Uh, I want to use the art pad to do visuals as I go. This computer is better than what I was working with. I had a Vio S series previously, but it died. I thought it lasted about 5 years, but then when I opened it up to get the hard drive out, to move old files onto this computer, turns out it was 3.5 years, so not quite as long as I thought. So oh well. It's dead. It wasn't particularly powerful spec wise. It was good for casual use, but I was using it as an editing tool, and I certainly wouldn't be able to have streamed from it. So now I have a computer that actually is strong enough to handle that. I have a Ironside Artisan Silver tier. I couldn't afford anything better than that right now, but it's good specs. The only downside to it is it's a Windows-based operating system computer, and Windows 10, as far as I know, in my own experience with it, doesn't know how to use dual drives, and they exclusively create computers with a boot drive SSD and a storage drive HDD, and it doesn't allocate things properly, so I ended up having to move everything over manually. Uh, I don't know how to fix that, but I looked into it for several days and I couldn't figure it out. Anything that's stuck for long term, so I guess we're just doing that for right now. Um, those aren't the only upgrades. Since I got a tower, I had to get other things with it. Like laptops, everything gets built into it already. You have the mouse pads, the speakers are built in. You already have a display, keyboard, all that. So I had to get all of that stuff. So I got Cooler Master mouse and keyboard. Then I have Logitech speakers. They're not the cheapest ones. I don't remember what they're specifically called, but they have an audio jack, if that helps. Can't expect me to remember everything off the top of my head. I don't think the lettering of it is too different from what the webcam is, which is a C922 W or something like that. It's back here. Yeah, C922x, so I had the 222 right. That's the webcam I got. There was a cheaper one, but it sounded odd. I didn't know if it was like it only used certain HD settings and certain programs, and I didn't want it to be overly specific, so I just got that. Then I got the Mama Win stand for it. Looks like they have two sperm, honestly. That or two tadpoles. It depends on whether you want to go there or not. I still have the Blue Yeti microphone. I haven't upgraded from that. Its audio is fine. It's probably not going to be great for this video. The Logitech webcam does have audio recording, but I'm not using it because my fan's on in the background and it's in direct line with the Logitech. But my Blue Yeti is off to the side a bit. It's further than you should usually have your microphone when you're recording. So I'm hoping that my voice is deep enough and projected enough as I'm talking that it's picking up on everything. Otherwise, I'm going to have to re-record this. That will be fun. But it's back there. It's more than an arm's length away from me, which I wouldn't recommend. Usually you'd want it to be about that far. But not what I'm dealing with right now. I'm losing my headset. I can't hear anything with this mask on unless I have it like slightly offset, so I can't move too much. Otherwise it might fall off. I have HD60 PRO from Elgato. I haven't gotten it installed in my computer yet, but I intend to use it. Not right now. I have OBS running right now for the recording of this video because I'm actually able to use it on desktop. I couldn't use it on the S series because multiple graphics cards. I also got the Elgato Stream Deck for funsies because I intend to start streaming. Why do I intend to start streaming? Because I've always wanted to get into streaming. I knew my laptop wasn't able to handle it, so I didn't bother. And I don't really have an established audience. So I figured it didn't really make sense to get into it. However, Pokemon Let's Go is coming out in November. I think it's November 16th. And I intend on getting a Switch before then. Testing, recording with the Elgato. And then when the Let's Go comes out, I'm planning to stream it. And then, even after that, Smash 4 Ultimate comes up for Switch. I think in December. So I'm planning to also get that and stream my experience with it. Because I didn't buy a Wii U, so I've never played Smash 4 before. I had the option of getting it for the 3DS, which I do own. But I didn't feel like doing it. Because I tried the demo and it didn't feel comfortable using the circle pad for directional inputs, and I was afraid I would break it. with how I used the Smash functionality. So I was like, didn't feel like doing it. So not doing that. And then Pokemon Switch is on the horizon in 2019, and that's also on the Switch. So I needed that because I can capture things on the PC, especially if I start using Steam, but I can't do anything recording wise without something else. So I decided to use that. I could have gotten the USB based one too, but this had the most features. So it's what I'm going with. So I will start streaming eventually. I'm not going to give a date because I don't know when I'm going to do it. I'll just stream when I feel like it. I'll announce it on Twitter. So you'll know. Trust me, you'll know. I'm moving more in this than I thought I would, but whatever. Um, what else do I want to say? So the mask is new, obviously. Um, it's a Virtue paintball mask. If anyone's actually interested, is $124 before tax. Seems like a lot to drop on mask wear, but I couldn't find any way to make a decent mask myself. I'm not particularly crafty in that essence, so it was cheaper than getting a motorcycle helmet, and it has better ventilation because it doesn't cover the entire head. So that works. I seem to be just as clear when I speak through the mask as I am when I talk without it. I just come out slightly deeper. So whatever. Um, it shouldn't get in the way too much, I'm hoping. Outside of the fact that streaming is going to be new later on, uh, what do I expect from the channel content wise? I'm still going to be doing football coverage, anime seasonal coverage, video game coverage. Basically anything you saw back in 2017, I'll still be doing. Just the editing style and other stuff like that might change, like the fact that occasionally I have face cam. I have a green screen in the back too, so I can use that if it makes sense in certain videos. Right now I have too many boxes in the room from all the stuff that I bought, and I don't want to throw the boxes out in every situation because I'm going to be moving in about 2 months. We're at the end of July, and by the end of September I'll probably be in a new home. So I'm in an apartment now. It's about half a home, and I live with Jackberry, with some other rando upstairs, which is who I'm mainly want to move away from, but whatever. Uh, so I'm gonna have a new place. Uh, I should have a bigger room there. I'm hoping so that I can. I might end up having to share a room with Jackberry, but the rooms look bigger, so I should be able to set up better. Because right now I'm very cramped setup. And we'll have central cooling in the home instead of having to have the window cooling systems, which means it shouldn't be as loud. That's what I'm hoping. We'll see if that pans out at all. I want to focus on creating content that I'm driven to make. I feel like that's the best way for me to get videos out. If I don't feel like making a video, then I don't want to keep working on it. So I'm going to just keep focusing on stuff. So there might be a lack of focus from an outsider looking in. But for me, I'm just creating content that I felt like making. So if you don't see a focus on the channel, that's probably why. There will be genre focus though. I'm thinking that the video should stick to any kind of tag like research, discussion, and critique. Those three things should stay relatively consistent in anything I make. I'm not going to become a gameplay channel out of nowhere, like I've seen a lot of channels do, or make a side channel that's dedicated to it. Because if I'm going to be playing games, I'm probably going to do it on stream. So I won't worry about that, and that's mostly going to be on Twitch. I might try out streaming on different platforms. Like I have things set up to stream on YouTube. I just haven't done a test stream yet. But I know Twitter can stream, but the quality sucks. I know Facebook added the ability to stream. So I might check that out just to see if it works. I don't have a Facebook account for my channel yet, so I might want to actually do that just in case I end up using it. I don't know if I ever will, though. It can't hurt to get a hold of the name, though. Um, is there anything else I want to say? I will start considering game coverage for the PC and PS4 as far as streams are concerned. Once I have the cash flow to do that, right now I really don't have the money for a PS4. I really don't. I want to, but it's going to take time. And with Microsoft announcing that they're going to be making a new console, I have no idea how, if that's going to affect Sony. Because they said that they weren't going to be making a console for about 4 years, but then 2018, Microsoft's expecting to get the new Xbox out in 2020. So you think they won't want to wait an extra 2 years after that to upgrade, especially since the Xbox One is already more powerful than PS4 Pro? Well, we'll see. Um, so buying the PS4 Pro might be a bad investment. I don't know. I'm not going to push it. PC gaming, I already have a PC, and this one's actually powerful enough to do some gaming on it as long as I'm doing like mid specs. Um, that's all I can think about mentioning right now. I'm just doing that update video for now just to get back into it. I'm going to have actual content coming out after this. I just have to plan what I want to do next and then get to it. I still have an Adobe Premiere subscription, so that will work. Thank you all for sticking through this. I only lost 2 subscribers through the near year of absence. I mean, my last video was like what, November or December, and we're in the end of July, so it's been a while. It's been about 3/4 of a year, and I only lost 2 subscribers. And apparently, I had more view hours because I left. I had 500. Yeah, I think it was like 540 something, and now we're at in the 800s. Okay, I guess I was getting viewed while I was gone. Nearly all of the big videos that I made from 2017 have 100 views now or more, so that's cool. Um, Hopefully, I can find success with other videos moving forward. I don't know what the first video back is going to be. I do know that I'm going to be making a football video near the start of the season. For people who don't like football, you can ignore it. For those who are into it, they'll find it. I don't have anyone following me that's into football. I don't think anyone who watched that video subscribed, because my subscribers did not go out when I put that video up. However, I know how to tailor to that audience, so I can find people to view the video. Just wait. It's been a long time coming. I'm back. It's been a while since I've said this, but stay cool, my noobs.